Well, good morning, YouTube. All right, it's just after 5:30 a.m. and we are just waking up here in Erie, Pennsylvania. So yesterday we left my cousin's house in Hannibal, New York, and headed this direction. It was a relatively short drive to get here, only like 3 hours or so, 3.5 hours, something like that, to get over here. And everything went pretty smooth, pretty well. Nothing to really brag about. You'll notice there's not a lot of trucks in this truck stop. As we were approaching, the map said that the construction out front of this truck stop had the entrance blocked off, and it's like a detour to be able to get in here. So I guess a lot of truckers just didn't come here. We tried it anyways, and we were able to get in just fine. And the reason we stopped here on such a short drive is because we wanted to meet with my friend Gary. We did the same thing last year. We just stopped here and had dinner with him. Now Gary is the one that I told you guys about the other day, whose house burned down and could really use some help with that GoFundMe that I put in there. And I know a couple of you have already added to that, and that is greatly appreciated. And here's a few pictures of his disaster and why it's very helpful for him to take care of that. So as I said before, the Amish have volunteered their time to help rebuild for him, and people have kind of fronted him on materials, but he is going to have to pay for all of those materials. So he didn't have any insurance on the house, unfortunately, so any little bit could really help. He spent a lot of time rebuilding that house himself. I guess he bought it and it was pretty much in shambles, and he'd been just slowly redoing it over the years, and then lightning strike and burn it down. I said before that nobody was home when it happened, and I was wrong on that. He wasn't home, but his wife and I guess his mother-in-law and his oldest son were all home at the time when the lightning struck. And it took a minute, and then they started smelling smoke and realized that they were inside a house that was on fire, but everybody was able to get out safely, with the exception of one cat. But anyway, guys, if you can find it in your hearts to help out there, please do so. Links in the description below. All right, I'm doing one last walk around on Goliath, and I'm going to fire him up, let him get warm, move him over to the fuel island so we can put some fuel in him, get some coffee, and hit the road. Now, today's goal is to make it to Iowa 80 truck stop. I think we should be able to do that without a problem. It's a Sunday, so we shouldn't deal with any really big traffic situations going through like Cleveland, Ohio, and I think that's the only real big city we've got to go through. But yeah, let's get some coffee in us, let's get some heat in the Goliath, and let's get this day started. All right, Goliath is all fueled up and the windshields are clean. Pre-trip is completed. Now we're on our way in to get some coffee. Normally, I would pull forward from the fuel pump, but this place is dead. I am the only truck here. And somehow I feel that the chances of this place filling up while I'm inside getting coffee are pretty slim, so I'm not gonna bother this time. I'm making an exception to my own rule. And it looks like one truck did pull in while we were inside getting our coffee. I still don't feel bad about leaving it there. All right, guys, so now it's about 6:30, and I think we are ready to start rolling to Iowa. It's actually a little chilly this morning, but I'm pretty sure that once that sun fully gets up, it's gonna warm up a little bit. It's been quite warm the past few days here in New York, and even yesterday evening here in Pennsylvania. Not brutal hot like it was earlier in the week, but just warm. Speaking of Iowa, got a couple pictures from Alan when we went to my cousin's. He went straight through to Iowa. So here's a couple pictures of him going to the fuel stops along the way, and then arriving at his parents' farm there in northwest Iowa. All right, guys, it's about 11:15, and we pulled into the first service area that we have on I-90 here in Indiana. It's been construction the entire time so far, down to one lane. Speed limit's 45, but it's been moving pretty good. I'm definitely happy with our choice to travel on a Sunday today because things have been really, really good. Now, I just stopped to get a pee real quick, and we're gonna make a quick pot of coffee and get right back on the road. It looks like Kitty's gonna make us a little bit of lunch.
Is it bad? I want to save the Cholula for myself.
All right, so we ended up being stopped for about 45 minutes, but we brewed some coffee, we ate some lunch, and Katie's just now cleaning up the mess back there. And I'm gonna start pulling out and get back on the road. It's a little bit longer than I wanted to be stopped. I just wanted to pull over and pee and then get right back on the highway. So that's what I'm doing now. Guys, we're at that point where we're getting off of Interstate 90 and going forward on Interstate 80. So the past, I don't know, a couple hundred miles, they've been combined. I mentioned this last year, but I think this is just so stupid that the easy pass lanes still have a gate on them. You have to pull up and wait for the gate. And last year we got caught here with some issues, and this is just taking absolutely forever. This should just be open lanes to drive straight through. You shouldn't even have to slow down if you got an easy pass. Indiana, get your crap together. All right, first bit of real traffic today, just south of Chicago, where everyone wants to turn off and get up to the city. Hopefully it won't last very long.
People just breaking the law, driving on the lines, cutting people off.
Mic check. I 80, westbound.
Well, guys, we got through that traffic there in Hammond area and on 80 just west of Rockford right now. It looks like there was an accident up ahead of us that just happened, and now we're at a complete stop, unfortunately. All right, I think we're almost to it. I can see up there traffic is moving fast after a certain point. So yeah, right up there is where the accident is. Made it to Walcott, Iowa 80 truck stop, largest truck stop in the world. Guys, they got videos on this place multiple times, so if you want, you can always go back and check them out. There's even a really cool trucking museum here that I did a tour of once, probably 5 years ago, back in the early days. So go check that one out as well. I'll go ahead and top it off the fuel now so that we don't have to worry about it in the morning when it's time to leave. And then I think I'm gonna run it through truck wash too, because it's pretty filthy.
Look how handsome Goliath is. So clean. Shiny.
All right, just doing a post check on the trailer before going to get some dinner, and a few things have moved around in here a little bit. The fridge didn't fall off of the counter, but I can't believe that it didn't because it's balanced up on the back. That is so weird. But all in all, everything looks pretty good. All right, guys, as you can see behind us, the sun is setting here at the Iowa 80, and we got this beautiful Peterbilt spinning around behind us. We are going to spend the night here. We might even spend the whole day here tomorrow, just because it's Sunday night and we can't pull into Deadwood until Saturday. So we've got 5-6 more days, and it's really only a 2-day drive if we break it up. One day if we want to do a really long day. From here to Deadwood is only like 11 and a half hours or something like that, or almost 12. So yeah, maybe we're gonna kill some time here. I got some other work I need to do, and I found that there's a CB shop right up the road. So maybe get the radio fixed in Goliath, because again, today people were trying to talk to us going on the highway, and I can't reply. So I definitely need to get it fixed. I've been needing to get it fixed for a long time now, and we just haven't done it. For the most part, today went pretty well. What did you say?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it hit a little bit of traffic, but not all that much, and everything went relatively smooth.
I have laundry to do tomorrow too, so.
Yeah, so we get some laundry to do and stuff like that. But yeah, everything went pretty well, and we're gonna end the video here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until the next time we see ya.
Keep those engines running.
What she said.